Hello team, how's it going? Welcome back to the Combat Ready HQ channel, and I'm Craig, a former British Army soldier, and today we're going to be looking at, finally, America releases new super fighter jet to replace F-22 Raptor. Goodbye China. So I did a little bit of research on this. F-22 we know is an absolute phenomenal plane fighter jet, would be pretty hard to replace, I think. I don't know too much, but I know it is phenomenal and gets the job done. And this was actually started in 1999 for the X-44 Manta. So it's actually quite outdated, pretty old, and funding was basically stopped and the project was stopped. So it looks like they've started it up again and they want to get this released, but I'm guessing they're going to have to relook at it because it is quite outdated and quite old. You know, over 20 years ago now. Since it was first initially started. So we'll have a look at the video, see what it's got to say, see what it looks like. We all have that dream of wanting to be a fighter pilot, but never had the qualifications or the brains to do so. So let's get into it and see what they've got to say.
The Lockheed Martin X-44 Manta was an American conceptual aircraft design that has been studied by NASA and the U.S. Air Force. It was intended to test the feasibility of full yaw, pitch and roll authority without tailplanes. The aircraft design was derived from the F-22 Raptor and featured a stretched delta wing without tail surfaces.
Sounds complicated. That just looks like real land, doesn't it? It's a dream to fly that. See if
the X-44 was designed by Lockheed Martin to demonstrate the feasibility of an aircraft controlled by vectored thrust alone. The X-44 Manta design was based on the F-22, except without a tail and incorporating a full delta wing. The X-44 Manta would have a greater fuel capacity than the F-22 due to its larger delta wing design. The Manta was designed to have reduced mechanical complexity, increased fuel efficiency, and greater agility.
So, like I said, seems complicated, but basically sounds like move, turn, flip, roll, all without the tail wings and all done through the engine and the jet thrusts, which is obviously, God knows how people think of this and come up with it, but that's obviously the idea of it. And then that's going to make, I'm guessing, the aircraft more streamlined, which is going to save on the fuel efficiency, like I said, and it's going to make it more agile. That's what I've got from it so far. What's your thoughts?
Way back in 1999, Lockheed Martin had a plan to field a delta-shaped stealth fighter that skipped the need for a conventional tail section in the F-22-based X-44 Manta. Instead of using a conventional tail section with both vertical and horizontal control surfaces, the Manta aimed to leverage thrust vector control, or directing the flow of the engine's thrust to give the aircraft the acrobatic capabilities it would need in a high-end dogfight. Today, more than 2 decades later, that same concept appears to be found consistently across nearly all official renderings of the Air Force's next air superiority fighter being developed under the NGAB, or Next Generation Air Dominance. At right around the same time, the Air Force also unveiled a birthday celebrating image, seemingly showing a wedge-shaped aircraft with no conventional tail section, prompting some to wonder if the artist's handiwork had anything to do with the NGAD announcement that came alongside it. Since then, other official images out of the Air Force, along with renderings from prominent aviation firms like Lockheed Martin, have all shown similar wedge-shaped aircraft.
So it's definitely something they're trying to go ahead with.
The X-44 Manta wasn't the only F-22-based concept rolling around at the Pentagon at the time.
Look at that.
As the world's first operational stealth fighter, the first fighter to christen the new 5th generation of jets, and arguably the most potent air superiority aircraft ever to fly in service for any nation, it makes sense that the United States would have considered leaning into the F-22 program for other more specialized roles. while the X-44 concept aimed to saw off its tail and make the F-22 even sneakier. The Sea Raptor effort would have placed F-22s aboard America's fleet of supercarriers, offering a jet that could fly faster, further while carrying more ordnance than the F-35Cs now destined for Uncle Sam's flat tops.
Would it also make it better on radar? Stealthier, obviously having that sort of shape. But they just all look insane, don't they? You just don't think they could make them look any better, and they do every time. Oh, how I wish to be a fighter jet pilot. Okay, so only a short video, but it sort of shows the concept that they are looking at doing. I think it would be absolutely amazing if that actually come out. F-22 looks unreal as it is, but those sort of designs where they took away that tail, it looks absolutely amazing, and it sounds like it could be a proper next-gen fighter and something that they could struggle to go up against. You know, if you take away that tail and it uses the sort of jet thrust, then it is going to be faster and more agile, so it's going to be harder to hit in the skies when it comes to a dogfight. Don't know how they're going to do it or how they work out these capabilities or these designs, but I'd love to actually see it once it goes ahead, so I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that. Let us know what your thoughts are on this.